Good morning, Math Wizards. Today we're going to review true equations again. We're going to take a look at that again, and then we're also going to go and review shapes and positional words. That means words that tell you where something is. I know it's been a little bit since we practiced that. So first I want you to make sure that you have your worksheet in front of you. We're going to start on this side with true equations. So make sure it has this box here, and then we're going to do this. First thing I do is always the same. I pick up my pencil and I write my name. Let's write our names. I'm going to write my name. Please make sure you write your name on your paper. That way we know whose it is. Remember, if you need a little bit of extra time, if I'm going too fast or whatever the reason is, if you need to pause it, go ahead and pause and then hit play when you're ready to keep going. But make sure that you are working in an acceptable time frame. So if you're working in centers right now, make sure that you are completing your work within that time that you're sitting there. Don't waste time doing other things. Let's get right to work, all right? That's what we're here for. So with true equations, what we're doing is we're looking at the equation that they give us and checking whether or not the answer is true. So is it correct? Did they find the right answer? So in order to do that, we can draw pictures to solve the equation ourselves. So right here they give us the example. They show us 3 plus 4 equals 7. So group 1 was 3. 1, 2, 3. Group 4, because it's always group 4. It's always group 1 plus group 2. So here's your group 1. Then here's group 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 7. If you count them all together, because that's what Gus the plus. Friends, remember, that is the plus sign. It tells you you are adding. You are joining those two groups together and seeing how many there are all together. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes, they got the right answer. 3 plus 4 is 7. We would circle it. Now with subtraction, I've had some friends, actually a lot of friends, who have forgotten how to subtract. Just because we are finding the true equation, we're not doing it any differently. Remember, everybody say minus the minus. Minus the minus. It's just that one line right here. That is a takeaway sign. That means we're taking away that many. So I'm not going to start with my first number and draw 7 and then draw 3 more. No, this isn't adding. You're not drawing more. You're taking away from the 7. So you can see here they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. 7 minus, which means take away, 3. So from the 7 that you drew, you're going to go back and X out to take away 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. They said 7 minus 3 equals 5. Let's check it. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So is 7 minus 3 5? No, it is not. It is 4. So we put an X on it. That is not the correct answer. All right, let's go down here and look at number 1. Use drawings to decide if the equation is true or false. Remember, true means that it is correct, it's right. False means no, that is not the right answer. Circle the equation if it's true, or draw an X on the equation if it is false. So when we're looking at the equation, 4 plus 2 equals 7. You need to solve 4 plus 2. So let's draw our counters. Group 1 is how many? 4. So I'm going to draw 4 counters, and I'm going to do it nice and neatly so I can easily go back and check my work. If I'm drawing circles all over the place and then I come to you and I say, oh, well, did you count those? And you have a hard time counting your counters because you're not doing it nice and neatly, take your time and make sure you're doing it neatly. We do our best work. So let's do our group 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, plus group 2 is 2. So I got to draw 2 more because what sign is that? Gus the plus. We're adding. That means we're adding more. We're going to draw 2 more. 1, 2. There's my group 1 and my group 2. All right, so now we need to count it and see how many 4 plus 2 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Did they get the right answer? No, that is false. Not right. Exit out, friends. Okay. Next one. What sign is that? What sign is that?
Line is the minus.
Line is the minus. Am I going to add more? No, I am not. The first thing I'm going to do when I'm looking at an equation is pay attention to the signs. The equal sign says, here's the answer. That means how many there are all together or how many there are left. Then I need to make sure I'm looking at if it's Gus the plus or Linus the minus. So I know what I'm doing in the equation. Am I adding more or am I taking away? Here we are taking away. So we start with our first number. Let's draw our 8 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause here and please make sure that you have drawn your 8 counters. Okay, next. We've drawn 8. Says take away 6. Am I going to draw 6 more counters? No, I'm not adding. I am taking away. So what do we do to take away?
X things out.
That's right. We X things out. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because it said take away 6. So I X'd out 6. You got to make sure you're Xing out the right number, okay? Let's count how many are left. 1, 2. All right, so they said 8 minus 6 equals 2. We drew 8. We took away 6. Was it 2?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're going to circle it and say, yes, that is true. You have to take your time to solve the equation to see if the answer is right. All right, go ahead and turn your page over. We're going to practice our positional words with our shapes. Okay, so we're going to look at number 1. I'm going to do this one with you. So this says, which shape is beside a triangle and below a circle? Okay, so first I'm going to start with the first direction. Which shape is beside a triangle? So beside means?
Next to.
Next to. So if you're beside something, you're next to it. So beside the triangle, there's the triangle. This is beside the triangle. This is beside the triangle. Now let's listen to the next part. And below the circle. So which of these shapes is below a circle? That's right. This rectangle is below the circle. So let's circle it. So which shape is beside the triangle and below the circle? You got to make sure you listen to all the directions. Let's look right here at number 2. Which shape is next to the circle and above the triangle? Which shape is next to the circle and above the triangle? You're going to circle it. Let's take a look. Which shape is next to the circle? So here's a circle. Next to means beside. And above the triangle. So where's the triangle? Right here. Above means on. That's right, on top of. So this is next to the circle and above the triangle. So you should have circled this one. All right. Number 3, I'm going to have you guys do this one on your own, and I'm going to check it. Are you ready? I think you are. Which shapes, ooh, that means more than one. This one's tricky. Which shapes are above a square? Circle all the correct answers. Friends, when you hear circle all the correct answers, that means you're looking for more than one answer. You should have more than one shape circled. So which shapes are above a square? So look at the picture. Find the squares and circle all the shapes that are above squares. Okay. When you're done with that, you're going to double check that you've answered all of the questions front and back. Make sure your name is on it before you get it turned in and checked, okay? Awesome work, friends. I'll see you next time.